up to, Mr. A, on this dark night?
Try that again.
Hi, we're Caroline and Ian, a British couple who gave up work, have been travelling in their motorhome for just short of 4 years.
So come and join us and see how Christian faith and van life work together
On a wing and a prayer. What are you up to, Mr. A, on this dark night?
I'm looking for coloured fish.
Coloured fish?
And coral. I'm going deep sea diving.
You're not. Where are you deep sea diving?
In a swimming pool. All of about 4'10".
So go on, what's happening?
Well, I met a lad that I haven't seen since infant school. And he said to me, do you fancy having a course at deep sea diving? I said, well, how does that work? He said, well, we'll put you in for your first lesson. So we'll probably just be looking at the tanks and making sure that everything's okay. Might just drop into the water for 5 minutes.
The downside is that I should have been lane swimming, but it's completely full. Oh dear. So I'll just have to have a cup of coffee and sit and wait for Mr. A and make sure he doesn't drown. Well, that was really good. So I managed to get a shower, and that was free. Nicest thing of all was that they had underfloor heating, so that was really lovely. Mr. A's in the pool now having his first lesson. I've got myself a hot chocolate, and that was just £1. So that's the only thing we've paid out for this whole evening. Ian's lesson was free, my shower was free. £1 for that. And then the beauty of this pool is they have a library attached to it. So I've picked up a book, and the book I've picked up is The Little Book of Cheshire. So I'm going to learn about Cheshire, drink my hot chocolate and wait for Mr. A to finish his lesson and hope he doesn't drown. Today is a storm day, so there are winds outside of 56 miles an hour and they could be going up to 90 miles an hour. So what do you do on a storm day?
Well, I'm staying in bed. I'm not getting out of bed unless the wind blows me out of bed. And it looks like it's going to be doing that in about the next half an hour.
It's definitely rocking the van. We're off on an adventure. We're going away.
We're on the English motorways.
So we've decided to take a little break and we're having 4 nights away
In Northumberland.
So our hope is we're going to see some fantastic dark skies. Apparently 6 of the planets are in alignment at the moment, so there's a novelty. And there's a bus stop nearby, so we're hoping to jump on the bus and actually do some sightseeing as well.
All along the side of Hadrian's Wall is where we're going.
Might even get a stomp on the wall.
All interesting stuff. Nice to be out driving again, getting ready for going back home.
So yeah, practice run. Is it 3 hours away?
Well, it will be this van, yeah.
So about 3 hours away, so nice little jaunt out. So we'll
Little jaunt.
Little jaunt.
Went all the way up to Cow Island. You're nearly at Gretna Green.
We'll show you the site when we get there. Well, we made it to the campsite in Northumberland, and today we've decided we're coming out for a walk. So we're going to try and get to a quarry and then a place that was significant, and it's called Sycamore Gap. Unfortunately now it's just called Gap because the sycamore has recently been chopped down by vandals. So out on a walk. How long will it take, Mr. A?
Depends on how fast we walk, I suppose.
Oh, you are funny. He's had a good sleep and a good breakfast, so he thinks he's witty.
Might depend on whether we get lost.
Yeah, we are notorious, even on a circular, for getting lost. So I think, did we say it's about an hour and a half there and an hour and a half back? There is a pub along the way, so it might be a little bit longer.
I like the idea of being a pub along the way. That sounds good.
On the way back, Mr. A. When you have been and seen and conquered the Sycamore Gap.
So do you want to turn it round and have a look at that beautiful
I
countryside?
will. This is where we're walking. And it is absolutely gorgeous. I like this weather for walking. I get really hot when I walk. So for it to be a bit cold like this is beautiful for me. Campsite's over that hill. And
don't miss the fact that we're right next to Hadrian's Wall, so you will see Hadrian's Wall.
yes, we're going to show you the wall as well as the gap. Here we go then. This is the quarry that we're walking round to, and on top of that, and going all the way round and up the hill, is Hadrian's Wall. So we're going for a bit of a trek.
That hill there.
Is that the gap, Ian?
No,
Oh, keep going.
it's about an hour up there.
Oh, we've not been walking that long yet, but that's Hadrian's Wall, separating England from Scotland. God, that was a bit of a steep climb. We've just come up from the path, up past the quarry, and I am standing on Hadrian's Wall. I don't know whether I'm in Scotland or whether I'm in England, but this is Hadrian's Wall. I wish that I filmed that for you. Delilah, unbelievably, has squeezed through that little gap there. Go on then, back under. No. She was like a little slug on her belly sliding through, and the reason was, it's so bad trying to get down that way, we should have been on this side of the fence. First blunder of the walk. Good girl, Delilah. How clever was you? Like a little slug.
Every 1 Roman mile, they put a turret area, as you can see on the picture that I shall put up. And this was the border control. So just like Turkey's got that new fence put up, going all the way along between Turkey and Bulgaria and Greece. The idea is now this is where you would show your passport.
Border control.
I shall see. You've been in England far too long. 4 months. Don't you try and get into Scotland, they'll stop you. Some of them border control people used to have blooming swords and things. They were Roman. So this is the border. The people, I'm not sure which side people would want to cross. I don't know whether they were trying to get from Scotland into England or England into Scotland. But look at that. That's something that you don't get much of.
Blue sky.
Way, blue sky. And we're in a dark, the darkest place in England, or darkest sky in England at night time. And a lot of people come here stargazing. So just the other side of this fence, which therefore then would be Scotland, but I always thought it was in England, and might get corrected on this, but is a place called Kielder Forest. And Kielder Forest is where they do all the dark skies, and they have an observatory and everything. So, just point these out. Delilah loves these. She thinks it's a chocolate box, and she keeps picking those up. So, more along the way. not quite, but almost, a single tree on its own along Hadrian's Wall. We were going to go to where the tree's been cut down, the famous one in Sherwood Forest. I put a picture up on the vlog, but unfortunately it was another hour to walk, and then we'd be further away from the pub then, and be running late. So top of there, that's not Hadrian's Wall, but this is the area that we've been walking around in. It's lovely. I'm going to get shouted at now for taking too long, but Caroline said this looks like Heathcliff's house, out in the middle of nowhere, looking over the moors. So, yeah, we came, we saw, but we didn't quite conquer. Ah well, onwards and upwards. We're walking back towards the campsite. Come across this that looks like a burial site. Doesn't say anything. It certainly seems like one. See if I can get a bit nearer. Got hold of the dog at the moment. There's two marked stones. There's a forest. It's almost on its own. And it's starting now to go a bit misty with a little bit of damp rain. So it's probably just as well we came back. Otherwise we might have got lost on the Yorkshire moors. Northumberland moors. Hang on, a bit closer. Yeah, what are you saying? Is that it?
If they use that for the thumbnail, I'm gonna go crazy.
One of the hardships of living in a van is that you really don't have very much space, and that's not just space to store things, that's space to do things as well. So today we're having a completely down day after that walking yesterday, and the beauty of this site is it's got room. So this communal room has got vending machines. Coffee's only 40p, so it's really cheap. A little cooking and cleaning area, these beautiful tables. Delilah's in here with us. It's got underfloor heating, so it's so cosy. I'm in my socks. Delilah's enjoying it because it's freezing out there today. She's got her bowl of water, and I am doing a bit of crafting. So this was a pair of curtains in a charity shop, and I've shredded them, and now I'm making a rug to take back to Bulgaria with us. And Mr. Ray's having his little time.
Another thing that they do at this site is that you can book a fire pit. You warm yet?
It sounded like a good idea when we read it. £15 for a fire pit and a wood for 2 nights. However, it is extremely cold tonight.
That's the whole point of a fire pit, isn't it? To keep you warm.
Yes.
Listen to this, you'll be mithering in a bit. Saying, will you turn it down? Oh, even Delilah's burning. She's over there. Is that too hot for you, love?
Ian's got the fire going nicely, thank you very much. And he's also made cups of soup for us to keep us warm.
Can't beat a bit of soup.
Thank you, my darling. Very kind of you.
There is more to tea than just a packet of crisps and some soup, though.
It's a nice start. I appreciate it greatly, thank you. Delilah's over there being antisocial. Oh, bon appetit, Mr. A.
Bon appetit.
First bonfire of the year.